Hi everyone, it's just a brief tutorial on how to do Reporter's Reflection 5.04, reflection number 2. This is an extra credit assignment, so it is not mandatory. It is optional, but it is a nice way to get a couple points if you need some points to bump your grade up a little bit. So obviously you're going to log in to the assignment and you are going to look at focusing on your own stories that you wrote, and you're going to be looking at how you're going to choose some of the visuals that you want to use. So evaluate how editors and producers determine how they will use visual media to enhance their storytelling, identify and analyze common layout and design principles used by layout editors and producers. So what you're going to do is when you conducted your interview for your news stories, you may have taken some photos or you may have some pictures in mind that you want to use. If not, you may have asked your subject if he or she had any photos that you could use with your story. And if you did not do these things, it's okay. We're kind of in the process of learning. So now it's time for you to finalize the step of the process and choose the visuals that you will want to accompany your story. So what you're going to do is you're going to think this is your simple news story that you wrote. So what you're going to do is you're going to think about what um, you now know about how these photos can enhance your story. You're going to ask yourself if the photos you have um, access to convey emotion, add aesthetic, or illustrate action. If the answer is yes, then you're kind of on your way and you would probably want to try and use these. Once you've chosen your visuals and you're ready to record your choices, you're going to do a journal entry that basically just has a link to the photos you could use for your story. So you don't necessarily have to put them in the story right now, just some photos that you could probably use to help enhance your story. So some of you already added photos, I know. Some of you have not even touched on photos yet. So if you already added photos, you might be ahead of the game. Clip art, kind of might work, but I would really like you to emphasize on photos if you can. Either photos that you shot yourself or that your subject made available to you, is a statement describing the photo credit if you are using photos given or loaned to you, and then a paragraph that explains why your choice of photo is appropriate and effective for your story. So some of you obviously may not have a picture of who you interviewed, or you may not have a picture um, of something that someone has given you. You may have to go out and look for these pictures, and that's okay because we're kind of in a different scenario, right, with being online. So pretty simple. So you're just getting a link to your photo or you're pulling your photo up, a statement describing the photo credit if you're using a photo that's taken or given by someone else, and then just a paragraph explaining why you chose that photo. Okay, brief paragraph. Remember, 5 points. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. If you have questions, let me know.